Yo, what's going on, y'all? It is your boy, One Physical Therapist Assistant. Hope y'all doing okay today. It is raining in the summer. A rainy summer day. Oh, I grabbed the wrong schedule. How did I do that? I'm sorry. Oh, man. Anyway, y'all, another wonderful day with the Legends of America. Another wonderful day. Recently, I've been getting I like coming to these little towns, working with the locals in the town. Because what I'm doing is I'm getting recommendations on places to go, places to check out, places to eat, places to avoid. You know, good places to get some crab cakes, good bars, good places to get coffee, good places to shop. They're giving me recommendations. So tomorrow, I actually might film a short video. I'm spending the day with my wife. I might have a short story for y'all from a new location that I've never been to. The last few days I've been working, I've been getting recommendations from the older. One of them was a 90-something-year-old, and I made a video from that. Tomorrow, taking my wife to check out another little town in Maryland. Maryland's got a lot of little towns with their own unique character. So I'm getting ready to go check out some new character tomorrow. Oh man, anyway, y'all. Anyway, the Legends were cool today. They were cool. I learned a new term, or like a slang term, like a nickname. Okay? So two ladies were in the gym. Two older ladies were in the gym in wheelchairs, and they know each other. They're cool. They got cool in the facility. And one of them told her that the vampire came to see her. Now, I work in healthcare. I feel like I should know who the vampire is, but it's skipped my mind. If you would have gave me some time, I would have came up with it. But in case you don't know who the vampire is, I'm gonna tell you who the vampire is. One lady was sitting in her chair. She said, "Hey, girl, you see me? The vampire came to see me early," and she showed her her arm. Well, you probably deduced by now that the vampire is the people who come to draw blood. So a lot of times you get tests done while you're in a nursing home. You get your blood work done. You get blood drawn for certain reasons to get, checked out or whatever. So someone from the outside, a third party person, will come in and take blood from you for samples. So they call this person the vampire. I actually know one in Delaware. I used to work with her as a CNA, and then she switched to doing this type of work, going to different nursing homes and drawing blood. She says she absolutely loves it. And I can imagine that it's probably a little less stressful than being a CNA. But yeah, they call him the vampire. She said, "The vampire came to see me today." She said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, girl." She said I tried to get away from her, but she found me. And I'm just listening. I'm like, who is the vampire? But it's the people that come to draw your blood. Oh, man. Anyway, y'all, today I got title of this video. I haven't even thought of it yet, but it's something along the lines of, I hate this story in America. I can't stand to see it. I can't stand to learn it. And I hope you take something away from this. One, if you have a spouse, if you have a boo, if you are of Medicare age, I hope you take something away from this story, this lesson, because I see this a lot. I see it a lot, and it's valuable information for me to know what happens going forward. So I hope you get something from it too. I hate this story in America, but it's a very, very, very common story. I don't say many names on my channel, okay? For confidential and HIPAA laws, I don't say patients' names. Never do, never will. But I can give somebody a shout out. I'm getting ready to say a doctor's name. I don't even know this doctor, but I'm giving this doctor a shout out. Never met him. Don't know if it's a male or female. I don't know. But Dr. Satya, I have not met you. If you ever come across this video, I'm giving you a shout out. I had a patient today who was completely new to this space of healthcare, had some mishaps at home with regards to their health, needed a hospital, and then needed rehab. It's nursing home, skilled nursing facility rehab. That's what I do, okay? The patient doesn't know anything about any of these systems, how they work, how they interact, how they communicate, how they intertwine, all right? She just know that the doctor prescribed hospital stay and transition to rehab, all right? Now, when it comes to Medicare, there are certain stipulations that you have to abide by if you're doing this type of thing, if you need these types of services, okay? Well, the general rule is, if you're gonna go to skilled nursing, if you're gonna go to a nursing home for rehab after a hospital stay, you have to be in the hospital for 3 days, okay? You know what this lady told me? She told me she was scared, she was worried, she had to go to the hospital for something. I can't tell you what. She had to go to the hospital, and she didn't know what to do. She talked to her doctor, and her doctor told her, hey, I'm gonna make sure you're there for 3 days, and then from those 3 days, I want you to go to a skilled nursing facility. So the patient didn't know if she's gonna have to be there 1 day, 2 days. She didn't know. She didn't know. She's frustrated, she's anxious, she's probably depressed, because she has to go to the hospital. Okay, something bad happened. And now she doesn't know what comes after that, but she knows that the doctor prescribes therapy. The doctor prescribes rehab in a nursing home based on her age and her diagnosis. So the doctor told her, don't worry, I'm going to keep in touch with you along this process. Call me if anything comes up, but I need you to stay in the hospital for 3 days, and then I'm going to get you to go to a facility that I personally think is best for you. So she went to a facility that's best for her, or the doctor recommended, but the doctor didn't stop there, okay? A lot of doctors stop there. A lot of doctors, once you leave a hospital, go to a nursing home, you're good. You're now under the care of the house doctor in the nursing home, who doesn't know you from Adam and Eve, okay? But they're looking through your history, and they're making recommendations, they're switching medications, they're saying you need this, you don't need that, whatever. You might have known your doctor for 20, 30 years, maybe more. But all of a sudden, this house doctor is dictating things, okay? Not many people are aware of that. And this lady's doctor said, I'm going to help you along the way while you're there, all right? I'm giving a special shout out to this doctor, all right? Special shout out to this doctor. We need more like you. So the lady's in rehab now, and I got the opportunity, the pleasure of meeting her, working with her, and she gave me this story because she told me that all she has is Medicare. Okay, she didn't know what she was going to do. She was worried and she was anxious, but she's glad that her doctor helped her through this process. And the doctor also told her to reach out to me if anything is wrong at the facility. Now, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened in her transition to the facility, but she told me that they kind of rolled out the red carpet for her. I don't know what kind of pull this doctor has. Again, I'm giving this doctor a shout out. But when she got to the facility, she said they came in at the nursing home. Everybody came in to meet her, greet her, introduce themselves, let her know things and how things are going to go. And she told me that the doctor was happy to hear that they did that. And I don't know if he had something to do with that. I don't know. But I worked with her not too long ago, and she said that she's leaving soon. And she said that the doctor has been with her every step of the way. Phone call away, text away, if she needed anything. And she really, really appreciated that. The reason why I say I hate this story in America is because if you don't have a doctor like that in your corner, if you don't have somebody like that, to look out for you, so many people get thrown into this system, this thing that I'm a part of, and have no idea what's going on. They are just lost. They're a little clueless. They are going with the flow. They are going by what other people tell them. One nurse might tell them something. The next nurse might tell them another thing. The house doctor might tell them something. Therapy might tell them one thing. CNA might tell them another thing. You know what I'm saying? And this building to building. So a hospital to the nursing home, all new faces, everybody giving them conflicting reports. I actually met somebody not too long ago who is experiencing that. They won't tell me what's up. Nobody can give me an answer. They say I need to talk to the social worker. They say I need to talk to this person. I can't find that person. This person's supposed to get back to me. Yada, 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 yada. Well, this lady's doctor helped her through this process. The reason why I say I hate this story in America is because the story, the opposite of what she's going through, happens more often than what she's going through. I'm highlighting her case because this is how it's supposed to go. But unfortunately, most of the times it goes the other way. You know, I don't know if you're down with The Wire, but one of Marlowe's most famous lines is, "See, you want it to be this way, but it's the other way." I get it. You want it to be this way. Like, I want it to be her way, the way she's experiencing with the doctor. Unfortunately, typically, mostly, more often, it's the other way, where the patient is just kind of like in limbo. I'm sorry, y'all. Little bit of a rant, but this happens more often than you think. And another thing that this young lady, nice young lady, she's telling, she likes to talk. She likes to talk. I like when they like to talk, because when they like to talk, I got a lot to share with y'all. So hopefully y'all can learn something and gain something from this if you're getting up in age and around the age where these things start to transpire. The Medicare, the hospital visits, doctor visits, things like that, therapy, whatever. Another aspect of this lady's experience that I want to personally highlight to y'all, because this is another thing that happens a lot. Shout out to the doctor. The doctor is doing his thing, helping her out, even with being discharged. But in the lady's personal life, she is a married woman. She has a husband. She is stressing because this is for you couples out there. This is for me too, and my beautiful wife. For you couples out there, us couples out there. She's stressing because she says her husband doesn't know how to do anything at home. What I mean by anything is she manages the bills, she manages the finances, she manages the utilities, she cuts the checks, she pays the bills. She told me that her husband, whom she loves very dearly, doesn't even know how to really use a debit card, doesn't believe in the internet, doesn't believe in the computers and technology, so she does it all. So on top of recuperating, she is stressed about getting back home. She has to get back home so she can get back to her responsibilities, since her husband doesn't do much. So the story about the whole Medicare situation is to be informed of what's available to you. Shout out to you older adults. Be informed, understand the processes of how these things work. 3 days in the hospital for rehab, what Medicare does cover, what they don't cover. You know, it pays to learn these things. But also, you know, if you're a couple out there, make sure everybody is involved in the day-to-day of the family, because the family, to be honest with you, and it sounds crazy, you got your own economy, your family. If you're married, y'all have an economy. Me and my wife have an economy, okay? And when it comes to our economy, when it comes to your economy, both of y'all, everybody should be a part of the economy, informed on how the economy works, informed on the ins and outs of the economy, informed on how to manage the economy if something happens to one of y'all, you know, if a person has to go into the hospital or, you know, becomes, you know, incapable of managing the economy if they do it themselves all the time. you know, you want to be informed on how to help out. At least be in the know. Okay, like with me personally, you know, my wife has a lot of the bills that she takes care of, but I need to know what they are just in case something happens, you know. And with me, you know, I handle a lot of the investing and that type of thing, but my wife should be in the know. You feel me? Oh man, did I tell y'all how they always provide lessons? Sometimes I don't think they realize that they do, but they do. They do, and I'm here to learn. I'm here to help, and I'm here to learn. So hopefully I helped you a little bit. Give you something to think about. Be informed. And shout out to you if you got one of those good doctors that'll be in your corner, that'll help you, that'll take that text, that'll take that call. You know, if something ain't right with you, if you're in another facility or if you're experiencing something that you're not familiar with. So, with that said, y'all, as always, it's your boy, one physical therapist assistant. Make sure you respect your elders and learn from them. Respect them and learn from them. Be safe out there. And I'll holler at y'all in the next video.